and today we are looking at metric weight. You still remember what capacity means, right? It is still that the quantity of liquid that a container can hold. Okay, so today we are looking at metric weight, the measurement of weight. What is weight? We are looking at how heavy or how light an object is. That is what we call metric weight. So all our calculation, be it addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, is just on calculating how heavy or how light an object is. Okay, so talking about the units of metric weight, as far as metric weight is concerned, we have the basic units as kilogram and gram. Okay, these are the two basic units. I said we have our basic units as what? We have our kilogram, and we have what again? We have our gram. Okay, let's have them in plural. Okay, so we say that this measures what? Heavy objects. This measures what? Light what? Objects. Okay, so aside these two, there are other units of metric weight. So I'm going to give you all other units of metric weight and also tell you the relationship between each of them and the other. Okay? So when I give that to you, that is what we'll have as our table of metric weight. So we have a table of metric weight. Okay? So we have 10 milligram is equivalent to 1 what? Centigram. Okay? And 10 centigram is equivalent to 1 decigram. Okay? And 10 decigram is equivalent to 1 gram. Okay? Now we have 10 gram again. We have 10 grams as your 1 decagram. Okay? And 10 decagram will be giving you 1 hectogram. And 10 hectograms will be giving you 1 kilogram. Now, 1,000 kilograms is equivalent to 1 metric ton. Okay? So, at a glance, this is what we call the table of metric weight. So, we are going to take them one after the other. I said 10 milligram will give you what? 1 centigram. Remember in your table of capacity, we meant milli, right? And I told you that anything milli, whenever you see this, it connotes what? Thousands. Okay? Anything kilo also connotes what? Thousands. Whereas whenever we need centi, anything cents, remember your percent, right? It should remind you of 100, okay? So this is what is involved in each of them. Of course, when you meet deca means what? 10, right? You still remember? Okay, so that is why when we have 10 milligram, also you have to note that 1,000 milligram, that is this, will give you, this is how we got the 1,000, right? It will give you 1 gram. So 1,000 milligram is equivalent to 1 gram. Okay? So 10 milligram will give us 1 centigram, right? 10 centigram will give us 1 decigram. 10 decigram will give you 1 gram. Okay, now when we have 10 grams, it will give us 1 decagram. 10 decagrams will give you 1 hectogram. 10 hectogram will give you 1 kilogram. Okay, now 10, 10, 10, 1,000. 1,000 grams will give you what? 1 kilogram. Are you seeing how we're deriving them? So it's not magic, right? Okay, you know that when you have 10 hectogram, it will give you 1 kilogram. And 1,000 kilogram will give you what? 1 metric what? Ton. Okay, so I want you to study it. Now, when you're done studying, we are going to solve 1 or 2 basic problems on it. Like I've listed out for this class, we'll be doing our addition, subtraction, and what? Multiplication. Okay, so we'll be able to find out in our daily lives when the need arises for us to calculate how heavy or how light an object is. We can be able to do that comfortably, right? Okay. Okay, so what we have now is addition of metric weights. And at a glance, you observe that we have given you some of those units, right? Okay, this is just to guide you. Now, quickly refresh your memory. You still remember that 10 milligram will be giving you what? 10 milligram will be giving you 1 centigram, right? 100 centigram will be giving you 1 gram. 1,000 gram will be giving you 1 kilogram, and 1,000 kilogram will be giving you what? 1 metric ton. Okay, so let us solve. Here we have centigram and what? Milligram. Okay, we have 9, 8, and then, okay, so we start to solve. Remember, it is addition. Okay, 9 plus 8 will be giving us what? 17. Now, 17 is up to 10, right? It is 10 milligram that will be giving us 1 centigram, and we have what? We have 9 plus 8, 17. So you simply do 17 minus 10 will give you what? 7. So we have 1 remainder was 7. And you still remember what we do in what we did in our capacity. You remember is the remainder that you put down and not the whole number. Okay, this happens. This is applicable to your addition, subtraction, and multiplication of metric weights. Okay, so now we have 9 plus 8 gave us what? 17. How many 10 do we have in 17? 1 remainder 7, right? Okay, so you have your 7 here and you carry the 1 over, right? Okay, this 1 plus 4 will be giving us what? 5. 5 plus 3 will give us what? 8. 2 plus 3 will give us what? 5. And that is your answer, right? Okay, going over to the next one, we have 9 plus 6 is what? 15. Okay, we have 15. How many 10? 1 remainder 5. So you have your 5, right? And you carry the 1 over. 1 plus 2 will give us 3. 3 plus 8 is 11, right? 11 carrying 1. That's 1 plus this is 2 plus this is what? 10. Okay, so how many 100 do we have here? We have 1, remember 1. So again, we have our 1 here, right? And we carry the 1 over to where it belongs. That is gram, right? Now 1 plus 2 will give us 3, plus 6 is what? 9. Okay, is that clear enough? Okay, let's go to the next one. We have 6 plus 2 is what? 8. Okay, 8 plus 1 is 9. 4 plus 8 is what? 12. So how many 1,000 do we have here? Because 1,000 gram will give us 1 kg, right? Okay, so we are trying to take over the kg we have here, over to where we have kg, and gram will remain. Okay, so how many 1,000 do we have in 1,298? 1 remainder, 298. So you put down just your remainder and carry the whole number over. Okay, so we have 298, right? So I will just erase this, right? Okay, so going over here, that's 1 you're carrying, plus 2 will give you what? 3. 3 plus 7 is what? 10. Okay, so can you attend this? This is in gram and what? Centigram. Okay, I also want you to be observant the same way I encourage you in your capacity, right? We could be changing the units, okay? It mustn't come like this. Okay, here you have gram and kg and your G. Here you have your G and your CG. Okay, so you should know the relationship between the two units that are staying close to each other, right? Okay, between this is a difference of 1,000, right? Between this is a difference of what? 100, because this is cents. Remember what I told you about cents? It stands for 100. So wherever you have cents, be it your centiliter, be it your centigram, is referring to 100, right? Okay, so here we have our gram, we have our centigram. Okay, and you still remember that 100 of this will give you what? This, right? 1 gram equals what? 100 centigram. Okay, so we have 8 plus 7 will give you what? It will be giving you 15, right? So we have your 5 here, you carry 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 8 is what? 7 plus 8 is what? 15. Right? So let's check it again. 8 plus 7 is 15. 5 carry 1. Okay, 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 8, 15, right? Okay, so how many 100 do we have here? 1 remainder, 55. And your remainder is what you leave, right? And carry the whole number over. Now, 1 plus 7 is what? 8. 8 plus 6 is what? 6 plus 6 is 12, right? Plus 2 is 14. So what we have here is what? 14. Look at it. Is there any challenge? Is there anyone you don't understand? You can play the video again. Now, if there's still any confusion, just drop your question in the comment section, okay? Okay, let's move over to the subtraction. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, so we have in subtraction, we talked about borrowing, right? Okay, so let's look at it and know why we're talking about borrowing in subtraction. I'm sure it's not a new word for you. Okay, so you still remember your units, right? Your 10 milligram will give you 1 centigram. 100 centigram will give you 1 gram. 1,000 gram will give you 1 kilogram. And 1,000 kilogram will be giving you 1 metric weight. Okay, so here we have centigram and we have a milligram. Sorry, for milligram, this is a small m. Hope you know. For this, all the m in milligram is small m. Okay, now 6 minus 7. Can it go? No, because 6 is smaller than 7, right? Okay, on that here we're going to give us 1, right? We can borrow from centigram, right? Now 1 centigram coming over to milligram will be what? 10. 10. And that 10 plus 6 will give you 16. Okay, 16 minus 7 is what? That should be giving you 9. Remember what you have here is now 23. Now 3 minus 1 will give you what? 2. 2 minus 1 will be giving you 12. Is that clear? Okay, let's look at the next one. Over here we have 6 minus 9. Can it go? No, so we are borrowing 1, right? Now 1 coming over here will be equivalent to 10. And your 10 plus 6 will be giving you what? 16. And 16 minus 9 is what? 7. Is that so? Okay. We have 7. And then what we have here left is 31. 31 minus 65, can it go? No, so we are borrowing 1, right? And that 1 we're taking from here, we'll be leaving this as 4. Coming over will be 100, right? And so we have 131 minus 65. 1 minus 5 cannot go, we borrow 1. 11 minus 5 is 6, right? 12 minus 6 is what? 66. So what we have here is 66, right? And 4 minus 3 will give us 1. Is that clear? Okay, so coming over to this, I'm sure you can attempt all this. Okay, so let's just solve together. Okay, so we have 150. Please, in your when it comes to subtraction, okay, you subtract it as a whole like this. Okay, I'm not coming to do 0 minus 0 0. 5 minus 6, you borrow 1, and then at the end of the day, you now notice that this is smaller. No. At a glance, you'll agree with me that 150 minus 560 will not go, right? Yes, because this is smaller. Okay, all you need to do is to borrow at this point. So you solve stress away. So we have borrowing 1 from kg, coming over is equivalent to 1,000, right? And 1,000 plus 150 will be giving us what? 1,150 minus 560. Okay, 0 minus 0 will give you 0. Okay, 5 minus 6 cannot go, we borrow 1. 15 minus 6 will give us 9. 10 minus 5 will give us 5. So we are left with what? 590. And remember what we have here now is 6, right? 6 minus 3 will give us what? 3. Okay, so that is that for your subtraction. So I want you to look at it, make your observations. It's still the same thing with subtraction in capacity like we did, right? Okay, so at this point you notice when you need to borrow, right? And when you borrow, you remember to convert to the next unit, okay? So with this now, if there's anyone you don't understand, you can play the video again. Now, if after playing the video again you still don't understand it, please let me have the question in your comment section, okay? Okay, so this is a multiplication. Okay, so we start with this. 9 times 4 will be giving you what? 36, right? Now, how many centigrams do we have in 36? Remember the relationship between the two. 10 milligrams will be giving you 1 centigram, right? Okay, talking about how many centigrams do we have in 36, you need to do 36 divided by 10. Okay, so that will be giving you what? 3 remainder 6. You know how we do it, right? You put down your remainder and carry 3 over, right? 9 times 5 will give you 45, plus the 3 you're carrying, right? And that will be giving you 48. Okay, is that clear? Okay, coming over here, we have 4 times 4. That is what? 16. Okay, how many centigrams do you have in 16? 1 remainder 6, right? Okay, so you have your 6 and you carry your 1 over. 4 times 5 will be giving us what? You have 20. 20 carry 2, right? 4 times 4 is 16. And plus 2 will be giving you 18. Remember, we are having pending 1 here, so adding it to 180 will give you 181. Now, you have this under centigram. Remember, 100 centigram gives you 1 gram, right? And this is already up to 100. So all you need to do is to find out how many 100 you have in 181. How many? Is 1, right? Then outside that 1, what is remaining is 81. 181 minus 100 will give you what? That will be giving you 81. So this is your remainder. This is what will be left there. So you have our 81 left. You're carrying 1 over, right? 4 times 3 will give you 12 plus 1, 13. Is that clear? Okay, so coming over to this one, we have 5 times 4 will give you what? Sorry, 5 times 0 is giving you 0. 5 times 4 will give you 20. That is 0 carrying 2, right? 5 times 5 is 25 plus 2. That will be giving you 27. Now, how many kilograms do we have in 2,700? Sorry. So, look at it, 2,700, you divide with 1,000. So, you know you have 2 here, right? So, you have 2 remainder 700. So, what you will have left is your 700, and you carry your 2 over. Now, 5 times 2 will be giving you what? 10 plus the 2, 12. That is your answer, okay? Now, coming over, were you able to attempt this? Let's solve together. 7 times 5 will be giving you 35, right? Now, 7 times 3 is 21 plus 3. That is 24. Now, with this, I ask you, how many grams do we have here? You have to divide with 100, right? Dividing this with 100 will be giving you 2 remainder 45. And so what you put down is your remainder. And you carry 2 over, right? Remember, you're carrying 2. Now, 7 times 2 will give you 4 remainder 1. 7 times 1, 7 plus this, 8. plus the 2 that you're carrying. 4 plus 2 will give you what? 6. So that is it. We've looked at what metric weight is. We said here you're measuring how heavy or how light an object is. Talking about the units, we've talked about our kilogram and our gram as the basic units of metric weight, right? Now we talked about other units of metric weight. Remember we said that kilogram measures for heavy objects. The light objects we use our gram to measure it, right? Now we talked about other units. That's where we met our centigram, met our milligram, metric ton, hectogram, decigram, decagram, and what have you. Okay, so we use that to form what we call the table of units for metric weight, right? Remember, our 10 milligram will give us 1 centigram, 10 centigram will give us 1 decigram, 10 decigram will give us 1 gram, 10 gram will give us 1 decagram, 10 decagram will give us 1 hectogram, 10 hectogram will give us what? 1 kilogram. Now 1000 kilogram gives you your 1 metric ton. Now with that as your table of units, you can be able to derive others, right? You can be able to derive that 1000 milligram will give you 1 gram. 100 centigram will give you 1 gram, right? Okay, so these are the basic units, these are the units we've given you so far, and we've been able to apply them. We've used them to add, we've used them to subtract, and we've used them to do what? Multiply. Okay, there are problems there, so that one I gave you to solve in your material. Do well to solve them and you submit. Like I said, if there is any challenge anyway, just let me know in the comment section. I'll be there to answer you, okay? Thank you.